Hello and welcome. Today we need to confront a belief that almost every aspirant carries at some stage of preparation. The belief sounds simple. More attempts lead to higher score. More attempts of MCQs in real-time exam is equal to higher score. Okay, it feels logical. If you attempt more question, you should get more correct answer, and more correct answer should increase your score. But in UPSC prelims, this assumption is not always true. Not always true. Okay, it becomes the reason their score drops, and the reason lies in one simple rule of exam, that is negative marking. Right, every incorrect answer costs you marks, which means every decision to attempt a question is not just a knowledge decision, it is also a risk decision. So the real question in prelims is not should I attempt this question. The real question is my probability of being correct high enough to justify the risk of being wrong? That is the question you have to answer. So this is where disciplined decision making become essential. So let us understand this with simple example, right? Imagine a question where you are guessing between all four options. Your probability of getting it correct is only 25%, right? But if you get it wrong, you lose marks due to negative marking. So mathematically, repeatedly attempting question with only 25% probability does not improve your score. So 25% probability does not improve your score. Over time, it reduces. Yet many aspirants still attempt such questions, right? So I welcome you all to the day 5 of thinking clear under pressure. Day 5, decision making under risk. So the question is never should I adapt this. It is always does my probability justify the risk? Why attempting more question can lower your score? We are going to deal. The 3-zone model for every marking decision. We are going to discover this thing also. Live application of UPSC Prelim 2025 question. Right? Let's move ahead. Right? So, attempting more question does not improve your score. This should be very clear. And this belief runs deep and it is costing aspirants marks every single year. So, the dangerous belief. Attempting more questions improve your score. More attempts, more right answer, higher score. Why it is wrong? UPSC prelims have negative markings. Each wrong answer costs you 0.66 marks. Each skipped question costs 0. Attempting the question you are guessing on as a negative expected value. On an average, you will be lost marks, not gain them. I hope you are getting my point. So, the 3 emotional traps that cause over attempting. Why an aspirant will over attempt the question? That should be understood carefully. So, these are the 3 traps. Emotional traps where aspirant wants to attempt more question. First, feeling. Skipping feels like giving up. So, reality. Skipping is a strategic decision that protects your marks, right? You should not feel like a egoistic mindset in the exam hall. Skipping feel like giving up. Instead, it is not a giving up, it is a strategic move, right? And the second emotional trap will be attempting shows effort. Reality. Wrong answers show nothing except poor risk management, right? And the third emotional trap is one of these look correct. Reality is looks right is an emotion. UPSC charges you for acting on a emotion, right? More attempt is not better. More correct decision is better. I hope you are getting clear idea about the answering more number of questions, right? So the expected value of guessing is negative. At 25% probability, attempting cost you mark on average. So UPSC marking rules. Correct plus 2 marks. Wrong minus 0.66 marks. Skipped 0 marks. Okay. If your pure guess of 4 options is 25%. 1 in 4 times you gain plus 2. 3 in 4 times you lose 0 point minus 0.66. And average minus 0.16 per attempt. So at last you will get minus 0.165. Never attempt. So if you're not sure about the any option, by blind guess, if you are marking it on the basis of 25% probability, your net is minus 0.165. I hope you are getting the point clearly. Now 50%. 50-50 guess. 2 option left. 1 in 2 times you gain 2 marks. 1 in 2 times you lose 0.66 marks. And average, it will be like plus 0.6 attempt, 6 per attempt. So your side will be positive and it will be on conditional. I hope you are getting my point. And when it is 75%, strong confidence, 1 likely wrong. 3 in 4 times you gain 2 marks. 1 in 4 times you lose 0.66 marks. Average plus 1.35 per attempt. So you will be in the safe side. You can attempt such questions, right? 90% plus. Nearly certainty, logical elimination. 9 in 10 times you gain 2 plus 2. 1 in 10 times you lose 0.66. Average plus 1.73 4 per attempt. So always attempt. I hope you are getting my point with respect to the probability percentage, right? So quality of decision making, not quantity of attempts. That is the real prelim games, right? So fewer attempts with higher accuracy outscores everything. The aspirant who skipped 20 questions just scored the aspirant who attempted everything by 23 marks. Aspirant A attempts everything, attempts 90 questions, accuracy 60 questions, correct answer 54, wrong answer 36, raw score 108, penalty minus 23, net score 84.24. In the same way, aspirant B skipped zone 3 questions, attempt 70 questions, accuracy was 85%, correct answers 59.5, wrong answers 10.5, raw score will be 119, the penalty will be minus 6.93, the net score will be 11 to 0.7. So difference is aspirant B outscores aspirant A by 27.83 marks. Despite attempting 20 questions fewer than aspirant A, the 20 questions kept were not a cost. They were an investment in accuracy. This point to be noted is you have to invest in accuracy by attempting less but accuracy high. This is not a theoretical argument. It is a purely arithmetic. I hope you are getting my points. Now, the 3 zones model. Before you mark any answer, classify the question into one of the 3 zone models. High clarity, attempt immediately. Moderate clarity, attempt with caution. Low clarity, skip always. Okay, attempt immediately. When you can eliminate 2 options confidently using structure and logic, the remaining options are clearly narrowed. No significant internal conflict. Mark and move, no hesitation, no second guessing. Right. When it comes to the second zone, moderate clarity you have. Attempt with caution. You have eliminated at least one option using genuine structural logic. Not because it felt wrong. Narrowed from 4 to 2, 3 options. Partial confidence. Attempt only if elimination was structural. Terms and conditions apply here. When elimination is structured, then only you have to attempt. Not with the emotional. Never eliminate because you don't remember studying it. So structural elimination, not an emotional elimination. Right? Now comes to the zone 3, low clarity. Skip always. You cannot eliminate any option safely. A 4 look plausibly. You are choosing based on topic familiarity, not logical analysis of the above option. So, skip without regret, skip without ego, skip as a strategic decision. No safe elimination possible here. I hope you are getting my point here, right? The zone classification is not optional. It is a decision that protects your marks, right? So next, so the zone 1. High clarity, attempt immediately. You have structural confidence, mark and move. Zone 1 definition. You can eliminate 2 or more options using genuine structural logic. Here terms and conditions apply genuine structural logic. Therefore, the remaining options are clearly narrowed. You have no significant internal conflict about the answer direction. Then you can tick, right? What counts as zone 1 elimination? Absolute language in statement always, only, never, structurally suspect, logically eliminatable. Clear category mismatch. The statement assigns something to definitionally wrong proof. Logical contradiction. The effect claim contradict a known cause-effect principle. Confirmed knowledge. You have verified recent specific knowledge that the statement is wrong. Right? You don't remember studying this option. This is not zone 1. This is zone 2. Zone 3. Okay? If you don't remember studying this option. Right? This option looks strange or feels unlikely. This is emotion, not structure. Zone 3. So, zone 1 protocol is identify the zone, mark the answer, move on. No revisiting, no second guessing, That discipline is a separator. So, zone 1 is about certainty on all four options. It is about confident elimination on least two. I hope you are getting my point, right? So, zone 2. Moderate clarity attempts with caution. The most dangerous zone here. Aspirants make the most expensive mistakes in this zone only. So, how zone 2 can be defined? You have eliminated at least one option using genuine structural logic. Terms and conditions apply day 3, day 4, right? Narrowed to 2 to 3 options. You have partial confidence. The key diagnostic equations was my elimination structural emotional. This is what you have to ask yourself, and if answer comes structural, then you have to take. If it is telling emotional, then you have to skip. Okay. Legitimate zone 2. When to attempt. Eliminated one option, it has an absolute language. Eliminated one option, clear category mismatch. Eliminated one option, contradict basic logic. Now three options remains. Picking from three is better than 4. So still uncertainty, but uncertainty is reduced structurally. Okay, because uncertainty will reduce structurally because you have attempted with structure. Accuracy will be maintained when you attempt structurally. I hope you are getting my point. So false zone 2, don't attempt. Eliminated one option, haven't studied that much topic. Eliminated one option, it seemed too extreme to be true. Eliminated one option, the other seemed more familiar. Feeling narrowed to third option by instinct, not logic. This is zone 3, wearing zone 2 clothes. I hope you are getting my points. So, diagnosed question before attempting any zone 2 is, did I eliminate that using logic or using discomfort? If you are eliminated with the logic, then you can attempt. Okay. So zone 2 is where emotional elimination disguises itself as a logical elimination. So most of the aspirants will fail here. So I want you to practice such types of zone 2 questions more so that you can clearly differentiate what to attempt, what not to attempt according to the risk. You have to manage risk, right? The next one. Zone 3. Low clarity. Skip without regret. The answer is always skip. No exception, no ego. Zone 3 definition. You cannot eliminate any option safely. All four look plausible. You are choosing based on topic familiarity, not on based on logic analysis of the specific option represented. At 25% probability, expected value of attempting is equal to negative of 0.16 marks per question. So across 20 zone 3 questions attempted, expected loss is minus 3.3 marks from guessing alone. Those 20 skip cost you 0. Okay. 0 is better than minus 3.3, right? So the objection aspirant arises and why they are wrong is, what if I skip too much and others attempt to 90s? 90 attempts at 60 accuracy is equal to 84 net marks. 70 attempts at 85 accuracy is equal to 112 net marks. You win by 28 marks. Quality beats quantity. This is my answer. I feel like option B is right. I should trust my instinct. Feels right is 25% accurate in zone 3. That is not instant. That is the noise. Instant built on structural practice is different. You don't have that in zone 3. I hope you are getting that. In the same way, skipping might cost me the cutoff by 1 mark. This could be the aspirant's concern. Guessing might cost you 3 marks instead of 1. The expected cost of zone 3 guessing always exceeds the expected cost of skipping. So, skipping zone 3 is not weakness. It is the highest level strategic decision you can make. I hope you got a clear idea. Where to skip, when to skip, and how to skip. Right? Now, let's watch the 3-zone model work in real time. Okay? Which of the following are sources of income for the Reserve Bank of India? Buying and selling government bonds, buying and selling foreign currency, pension fund management, lending to private companies, printing and distributing currency notes. So, zone classification, item by item. Buying and selling government bonds, zone 1 included. Buying and selling foreign currency, zone 1 included. Pension fund management, zone 1 eliminated. Lending to private company, zone 1 eliminated. Printing currency, zone 2, uncertainty, right? The 3-zone model protecting your mark in real-time examination. So, zone 1 included. Why? Because RBI holds government security and interest, confirmed income sources. right? In the same way, RBI manages forex reserves and earns return on those assets, confirmed income sources. So, pension fund management, this is not an RBI function at all. Completely confident this is wrong. Lending to private companies, RBI lends to banks as a monetary policy tool, not to private companies for profit. So, zone 1 eliminated. But printing currency notes, zone 2 uncertainty. Pioneering concept exists, but UPSC framing is uncertainty. No certainty confirmed. I hope you are getting my point. In one question, there are three zones options. Okay. I hope you are getting my point. How complex the UPSC frame the MCQs. This is the real exam, right? In this area only he want to test, right? So applying the model to read the answer is zone 1 elimination. Once zones are assigned, the answer follows from the model, not from the memory. So item 3, pension fund management and 4, lending to private companies are eliminated with a complete confidence. Any option containing item 3 or item 4 is automatically wrong. Eliminate option C and D, right? Zone 1 inclusion. Item 1, government bonds. Second, foreign currencies are confirmed as RBI sources with complete confidence. These are in the answer regardless of what else we decide. The item 5 decision, zone 2, exists as a concept, but whether UPSC classify printing as a RBI income source in its specific framing is uncertain. We don't have zone 1 confidence on item 5, right? So protocol, when item 5 uncertainty, use what we know for certain. Item 1 and item 2 are confirmed. Item 5 is not included, only the confirmed item. So risk we are taking here is item 5 is zone 2 uncertainty, would move from certainty to risk uncertainty. So option A is the correct, both confirm zone 1 inclusion and safe selection. So this is how you have to answer the question, right? Now, structural elimination versus emotional elimination. The most important distinction in the 3-zone model. Structural elimination, emotional elimination. You identify a logical, definitional, or a principled reason why this option is wrong. It could be absolute language, category mismatch, logical contradiction, verified specific knowledge. You can say this is wrong because of the above reason. Legitimate, use this to narrow zones. But how the real emotional elimination look like is you are uncomfortable with this option. Something feels off. You don't remember studying it all. Haven't studied this topic much. Looks too extreme or unusual to be true. The other option seems more familiar. This option just does not feel right. You say, I think this is wrong, but I am not sure why. Okay, that is the danger. Treat it as zone 3, never zone 2. Clear? Right. So, the 3 question decision script. What zone 1 is this question in? Zone 1, attempt immediately, mark and move. Zone 2, proceed to question 2. Did I eliminate something using logic or using emotion? Structural logic, confirm zone 2. Proceed to question 3. Emotional elimination, reclassify as zone 3, skip. Right? Am I marking because I am certain or because I am comfortable leaving it blank? Certain, structural, then mark. Uncomfortable, skip. Discomfort is not a reason to mark. It is a reason to pause. Clear there. So, how to skip the physical protocol? Skipping is a decision. It needs a system, not just an intention. So, how to skip the physical protocol? Skipping is decision. It needs a system, not just an intention. Right? The problem with random skipping, many aspirants skip a question by moving on, but don't mark it clearly. When time remains at the end, they can't find their skipped questions. Panic follows, random guesses get entered, marks lost. So, first and foremost thing is mark the question number on your rough sheet or in the OMR margin. Write the question number with circle. This is your skip list. You will return to this list, not scan the whole paper. I hope you are getting my point. So, mark the question number on your rough sheet or in your question paper. Write the question number with circle. This is your skip list. You will return to this list, not scan the whole paper, right? The second one is record your partial work. If you narrowed to 2 options, write them. Example, question number 47, B or D, there itself. This preserve your thinking. When you return, you don't read it from scratch. You evaluate from where you stop. Okay. Then the third one is move on immediately. After recording, move to the next question instantly. No lingering, no second guessing. The decision is made, skip and return on a hit. Okay. Return with the time check. When your first pass is complete, check time remaining. Divide by number of questions. If under 60 seconds per questions, apply zone 1 only. If adequate time, reevaluate zone 2 skips. I hope you are getting my point. Okay. When your first pass is complete, check time remaining. Okay. Then divide by number of skipped question. Okay. If it comes 60 seconds per question, apply zone 1 only. If adequate time, reevaluate zone 2 skip. Okay. Never skip and forget. Skip and mark, return with fresh eyes. So, the 3 model zone quick reference. Keep this in your working memory for the next mock forward. Zone 1 high clarity attempt, eliminate 2 place option via structure, logical contradiction confirm, absolute language trap identified. Mark and move on. No revisiting, right? In zone 2 moderate clarity cautious, eliminated 1 option via structure, narrowed to 2 to 3 genuine option, structure reason named. Attempt only if elimination was structural, never emotional. So zone 3, low clarity skip, cannot eliminate safely, all 4 options plausible, elimination based on the familiarity. Skip, record question number, return if time permits. Okay. Question number 1 is what zone? Question number 2 is structural or emotional. Question number 3, certain or comfortable. Mark or skip. Okay, zone first, logic check, decision, move on. So, in day 6, managing doubt after the decision. Okay, what happens after you have made a decision and doubt immediately follows it? You have a system for every marking decision, but making the decision doesn't end the experience. What happens when you mark an answer and immediately think, wait, was that right? Tomorrow, that means in day 6, we deal with that spiral. It is the most common cause of last minute answer changes, and most of those changes are wrong. Okay, first is the first instinct rule. Why your first answer is statistically more likely to be correct and when it is not. That we are going to discover tomorrow. The doubt spiral. What is doubt spiral and how it causes? What causes doubt after a correct decision and how to distinguish noise from signal. This is what we are going to discover in our next class. The common commit protocol, a 3-step process for finalizing answer without second guessing yourself into the wrong option. That is how we are going to discover this all the things in our managing doubt after the decision. So tonight in your mock, run 3 question decision script on every question. Track how many zone 3 questions you could have attempted without it. Today handle the decision. Tomorrow handles what comes after the decision. I hope you are getting my point. Right? So the day 5 key takeaways are attempting more questions does not improve your score. At 25% probability, the expected value of guessing is negative. Zone 1 high clarity, eliminate 2 place options structurally, attempt immediately. Zone 2 moderate clarity, eliminate 1 option structurally, attempt only if elimination was logic, not emotional. Zone 3 low clarity, cannot eliminate safely, skip without regret, without ego. Structural elimination, you can name the specific reason. Emotional elimination, you cannot name the specific reason. Never use emotional elimination to leave zone 3, right? The decision script, zone, structure or emotion, certainty or uncomfortable, mark or skip. Skip protocol, mark the question number, record partial work, return to the time check. That's how we are ending day 5. And you have to practice this day 5 lesson in your PYQ solving session or in your mock test. I hope you are enjoying this series and you are getting a clarity about exam pressure, right? Thank you. Thank you so much.